What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today we're playing No Retreat Baton Pass Smeargle. This team was theory crafted by John-Luc VGC in his video, 6 teams to make you and me a worse person. You know that was a really fast click for me when I saw that pop up, so he built some teams there that are pretty evil, and one of them was No Retreat Baton Pass Smeargle. Now, I changed up the team a little bit from what he originally created in his vision because I had a slightly different vision, but most of this is exactly the same as it was. We've got Smeargle here with own tempo so you don't get intimidated, because if you get intimidated you'll baton pass the attack drop. With no retreat, which gives you an Omni boost, +1 attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed, but it prevents you from switching out. Now, if Smeargle terrestrializes into Ghost, it can switch out, or you could baton pass because it doesn't prevent you from doing that. This baton pass will give an Omni boost to pretty much anyone on this team. Everyone on this team can use this boost, except Smeargle itself, but I guess it can a little bit because we do have one offensive move, and this is one of the changes I made. This offensive move is Water Shuriken. Hits 2 to 5 times and has +1 priority, so you can send this at your Annihilape. This Annihilape is here mostly to final Gambit, so Smeargle can get up the no retreat for free. But you could also click Water Shuriken, power up Rage Fist to at least 150 on turn 1, and start punching things. We've got Electric Tera on Annihilape, just like he originally created it, so that you can get around Thunder Wave speed control. We've got an Urshifu here. It's a little bit bulky. It's Tera Fire Mystic Water with the classic set. It can do a ton of damage if you give it a no retreat boost. We got Tornadus. This is another thing I changed. I gave it Sharp Beak over Focus Sash. I still kept a very fast set because I want to be able to get rid of Ogerpons as soon as possible, and we're 1 point faster than Ogerpon. Sharp Beak Bleak Wind can do a ton of damage, Tailwind speed control, Rain Dance for Urshifu support. It can do a lot of good stuff. And then it also frees up the Focus Sash for Smeargle. Since I wasn't doing Pop Bomb anymore, I don't need Wide Lens over there. Incineroar is an Assault Vest Incineroar with Terra Grass. It's a great set, and if you pass it some no retreats, it can actually start doing some meaningful damage. It is an Adamant Incineroar after all. And then Sinistcha, probably the least likely candidate to receive the no retreat boosts, but it's great because when you pass this Omni boost to someone, they become really bulky. Sinistcha can come in, Hospitality plus Life Dew to heal them up. And we also have Curse to take on Dondozos, because Dondozos are going to ignore the no retreat, so we want a good solid answer into them, and Sinistcha is the answer. And if you have to, you can obviously pass no retreat into this. Matcha Gotcha at +1 being a spread move, it's pretty good damage, and with the healing, you might be able to muscle your way through. But anyways, I'm going to take this into a Regulation F tournament, see how it does. It's just a ladder tour, so I'm going to see how many matches I can get, how many matches I can win. Let's jump into it. Alright, we got a match here. Looks like a pretty serious team. Roaring Moon plus Golden Go is obviously a threat right off the bat. That can outspeed Scarf Annihilate. We could set our own Tailwind with Torn. I guess we also have to worry a little bit about Incin Fake Out, Urshifu. If that's Water Urshifu, probably is. Surging Strikes straight through our Smeargle could be a problem. Amoonguss, I guess, isn't the worst. I mean, we do have Ghost Terra Smeargle, so Incin isn't the worst thing. I'm kind of leaning Smeargle Incineroar. Fake Out the bigger threat. Terra Ghost if we need to avoid Fake Out. Get set up, go into Urshifu, and then I want Tornadus in last for our own Tailwind control. I think that's fine. I guess Sinistcha's pretty bad offensively here. Tornadus and Incineroar being here can help Urshifu get through that Amoonguss. So that's what I want to do. I don't have goggles on anything, so I guess the Amoonguss could, no trainer card, could start sleeping everybody. Okay, Roaring Moon, Goldango. Photosynthesis, speed boost. That's a little bit awkward for me, because if they want to just Tailwind, and make it rain. Their Roaring Moon will then be faster than Smeargle the next turn. Though then I could Spiky Shield and U-turn into Tornadus and get my Tailwind and then Baton Pass. So actually it might work out. I'm gonna go for no retreat. And just fake out the moon. Okay. Good, good, good. We're actually faster than the Golden Go, which is fine. This means they're not max speed. And it's Make It Rain. Okay. Which still almost brings Smeargle to Sash. That's funny. Alright, I'm going to Spiky Shield. And U-turn off of the Roaring Moon. Golden Go actually swapping here. Into Urshifu. Is it going to be Tailwind here? No, it's Breaking Swipe. Perfect. Do a little chip. Get Incineroar out for Tornadus. I can set up my speed control. I guess the problem is if they choose to do so, they can lock in Aqua Jet if they're choiced. If this is a choiced Urshifu, they can just Aqua Jet Smeargle here. Which I guess isn't the end of the world, but isn't great for me. Still, my play is Baton Pass and Tailwind. Alright, if they're Aqua Jetting, they're not Scarf. Okay, they're not Scarf, but they did Aqua Jet. I'm sorry, Smeargle, you tried. And then they just put up Tailwind. Okay. It's time for my own Urshifu to come in. We both have Tailwind up. I know my Torn will outspeed their Urshifu. Kind of, but not their Roaring Moon. I could Aqua Jet the Roaring Moon to get a single target Bleak Wind. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I was like, I'm assuming this is enough. It is. We have Mystic Water, so shouldn't have been a problem. And then we'll move before them. They didn't Tera, so this does KO. Perfect. Yeah, single target plus Sharp Beak. The real fear was if there's Sash or if I missed. So that's excellent. Smeargle may not have done a lot, but it did something. Alright, I mean, I guess we have Incineroar to take on the Golden Go endgame, and it's Tera Grass if we need for the Amoonguss. So I'm leaning, let them get away with it. Surging Strikes the Golden Go, click Bleak Wind. Like, yeah, they could Rage Powder and have Rocky Helmet on Amoonguss. They're Fairy Tera Golden Go, which nothing on this board really cares. Maybe they're gonna go Dazzling Gleam. Bleak Wind does a ton of damage and drops Golden Go speed. That's nice. Oh, and it's not actually Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, it's Citrus Berry. I was okay with Rocky Helmet because I was gonna kill it here. But now it's gonna hang on. Well, that does nothing. No, that still would have KO'd without the Citrus Berry, it looks like. Because it's a below a quarter here. But above 20%, apparently. And they do lock Gleam. Which, Tornadus can live. Perfect. That was a crit on Torn. Oh. Oh, boy. Alright, come on in, Nutmeg. I can take the free Fake Out into Golden Go, but I have to hit Bleak Wind. I guess I can Tera Grass as well and Fake Out Golden Go, just in case they try to Spore Incin. And I miss Bleak Wind. I don't have time to set Rain, because I'm going to go down this turn if they attack Tornadus with a Moongus. Yeah, I can't risk clicking Rain Dance. I have to just rip Bleak Windstorm and hope it works out. Fake out the Golden Go. Bleak Windstorm misses somebody. Misses the Amoonguss. Takes Golden Go really low. Yeah, and they take out Tornadus. Good play. I do have the speed drop on your Golden Go. And I know your Golden Go was slower. Than Smeargle. So if you're 138 max times 2/3, 92, you could still be faster, honestly. But I'm gonna go for just knock off Golden Go. Okay, we are faster. Good. That should be game. Whew. And the Amoonguss, it has Clear Smog. If it also has Sludge Bomb, it could do a ton. Yeah, it respects Golden Go. It does have Sludge Bomb. Poison? No poison. Cool. Flare Blitz seals the game. Yeah, because they have Clear Smog, so they likely don't have Protect. So even if they got the poison, it would have only done one tick. And Disconnect. Okay. Good game. Alright, here we go. Fire Pond, Urshifu, probably Water Shifu, Tornadus, Farigiraf, Rillaboom, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. Things I don't want to see while using Baton Pass Smeargle include Urshifu, Farigiraf, Rillaboom with priority, Tailwind speed control on their end. Okay, I don't want to see any of that. If I go Annihilate, they've got ways around it. They've got Grassy Glide. They've got Tailwind. Honestly, my own Tailwind seems really good, though. Like Tornadus, if I can start going with it. So I'm just going to go Torn Smeargle. Bring Urshifu seems fine if I can save Tera for it. And then is it Sinistcha? We have Water Tera, which isn't very good here. I think it's probably Incineroar last. Setting up my own Rage Fist. They have two normal types is the problem there. So I don't think that mode is the play. Oh, cute little Ralts. Alright, Smeargle, let's see what you can do. Tornadus Overcon. Alright, so they want to take their own speed control, that's fine. I'm going to click No Retreat, and I'm going to click Tailwind. I've got a max speed Torn here, so I'm getting Tailwind. Spiky Shield is surprising. Are you going to taunt Smeargle is the one problem. Tailwind would still go first since I'm max speed. matching Tailwind. I'm pretty cool with that. Bringing in Urshifu right now isn't the best idea. I could bring in Incineroar. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to Baton Pass into Incineroar. I like that a lot. And just start ripping Bleak Wind Storm. A Protect from Torn. Okay. Honestly, I can get Urshifu in here. It would be a Cudgel, right? And we would outspeed anyway. I'm going Urshifu. If it's like a Power Whip or a Wood Hammer into Smeargle, oh well. Bleak Wind, Torn protects, and Ogerpon dodges. Fair enough. It is just Cudgel though. Cool. And no crit. Love to see it. Alright, I'm going Tera... Is Tera Fire going to get punished? They have their own Urshifu, that's about it. Yeah, I'm going to Tera Fire. Surging Strikes their Torn. Rip a Bleak Wind. I might not need this Tera. Because if I can KO the Torn with this +1 Surging Strikes, then it's single target Bleak Wind, but I missed the last one. I could miss this one. And if I don't Tera Wood Hammer, even at +1 defense, it's a ton of damage. Oh, and Rocky Helmet on their Tornadus. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You get some good damage on me. I mean, I know that was a possibility, but if I didn't do that, I would take Bleak Wind damage, so I would end up about the same anyway. And I connect this Bleak Wind. Single target Sharp Beak. Goodbye, Ogerpon. Okay. I will take that turn. No retreat Urshifu coming through. There's Farigiraf. Okay. And Rillaboom. Okay. So it's Fake Out Trick Room, I would guess. I mean, what can I really do about that? Not a whole lot. I'm going to just click Surging Strikes into Farigiraf. Rain actually probably hurts me more than it helps me at this point. I'm just going to click Bleak Wind. They let me Surging Strikes. No Fake Out. Does this Farigiraf have a berry? Yes, it does. Okay, so Urshifu isn't going to just take it out. Pretty close, though. I think that would have been a roll to KO if it didn't have a berry. And here's Bleak Wind miss again. But it misses the Rillaboom. Farigiraf is gone. That's beautiful. Rillaboom has very little for the rest of my team, so I think we locked this in. Let's go Smeargle. Yeah, high horsepower takes out Urshifu. That is fine. Urshifu has done the damage that it needed to do. Tailwind petered out, Tailwind petered out. I go Incineroar, Fake Out, Rain Dance, and then I can start connecting Bleak Winds, guaranteed. Because they still have Tera, right? Yeah, they're probably like Tera Fire. So I'm going to Fake Out and set Rain. Which, they might just be a forfeit here. And yeah, I was so confident they were going to have a Tera that resists fire that I was like, I can set Rain. I don't need my Flare Blitz anymore. Connecting these Bleak Winds will be a lot more valuable. Plus, this powers up Smeargle's Water Shuriken if it comes to that. I don't see how they remove any of my Pokemon from the field, but I guess U-turn plus Bleak Wind. That way I could get Water Shuriken on the field. Yeah, cause, okay, that is Assault Vest. High horsepower. Alright, let's see what Water Shuriken can do. Do I set up a no retreat before I click Water Shuriken? I'm already faster. I think attacking twice, especially with the random number of hits, I think attacking twice will give me a better expected value than a +1 and then an attack. Water Shuriken, go! Ah! That's like 2 damage each. Let's go! That was pathetic. Smeargle, come on. But it was faster than Glide. Alright, I think it's going to need to be 5 hits of Water Shuriken to KO this Rillaboom, but Bleak Wind's got it anyway. Come on, Water Shuriken. 1. 2. 5 would totally do it. 2? Come on, Smeargle. What are you doing? And Tornadus takes the game. Good job, Smeargle, passing that to Urshifu for the sweep. Partial sweep. Tornadus had to clean it up. But good game. Good job, Smeargle. I'm proud of you. You did the thing. And that's a good trainer card. Alright, we've got... Oh, a Regice team! That's sick. I'm happy to have Rain Dance, at least. And an Assault Vest Incineroar, that'll help. Okay. Regice. So cool. Ninetales. Farigiraf. That makes my Fake Out less useful. Water Pond. That makes Urshifu sweeping really hard. Raging Bolt also complicates Urshifu sweeping. And Incineroar. If I'm gonna no retreat Baton Pass, it should probably be into Incineroar. So how about Torn Smeargle? That way I can interrupt their start, maybe. Baton Pass into Incin. Why do I still feel like I need Urshifu? Actually, how about Smeargle Annihilape? Yeah, if I can do a big chunk to something or get a KO immediately, that would be awesome. And then I could have Torn and Incineroar. Incineroar to Baton Pass into. Tornadus is something that can actually threaten Ogerpon. Pretty much the only thing I have that can threaten Ogerpon. Oh, this is a scary matchup. I didn't think this would be that bad, but like things I need to bring. Cool trainer card. To make the gimmick go off. Get kind of hurt pretty bad by Raging Bolt. Alright, Farigiraf, Ninetales. I guess I can work with that. Definitely clicking no retreat. I could also Shuriken start Rage Fisting. Trick Room seems likely though. I'm gonna click no retreat. I will Gambit Ninetales. Okay, good. I'm glad I got it. I was worried about Tera Ghost. I was worried about Focus Sash. But actually being able to trade 1-for-1 to guarantee I get no retreat off, I'll take it. This means they can't get Veil, which is nice. I get all my boosts. And it's Trick Room. No, it's Psychic! Oh, snap! They were trying to double into Smeargle. That's beautiful. All right, Torn, come on in. All right, we absolutely Baton Pass. Bring in a really powerful Incineroar. And then I think I click Tera Ghost. I don't want to give up my ability to Flare Blitz by putting up Rain, so I think I just click Bleak Wind for some damage. I could also protect this turn, but since I currently have speed advantage and they could Trick Room at any moment, I think I need to just do damage. Tera Ghost, so I presumably live a Blizzard. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to if they're like Tera Ice Choice Specs or something with Helping Hand, but it gives me a shot, and I'm not going to burn my Tera anywhere else. So I'm hoping Incineroar. You know what would have been pretty good? I could have brought Sinistcha over the Tornadus, Terra'd it into water. I guess I would still have problems with their Ogre Pond potentially. Double Connect Bleak Wind is nice, and a crit on Farigiraf. Yeah, they rip Blizzard. It does a ton, but not to Incin. All right. And it's Ice Body, Regice. It was either that or Clear Body, and we saw it wasn't Clear Body. Okay. So that's the one that gives you a little bit of health every turn. Cool. I think I click knock off into Farigiraf and protect Tornadus. Regice actually swaps. Interesting. Into Raging Bolt. Okay, cool. Oh, Hyper Voice wouldn't have hit me anyway. Yeah, it does nothing to Incineroar, and Incineroar takes out Farigiraf with +1 knockoff. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. It was Mental Herb Farigiraf. Okay, for slow taunts. Got it. Fair enough. We saw it wasn't Citrus. Hello, Regice. I'm going to go for knock off the Raging Bolt, and I'm going to throw Smeargle in as a sacrifice, just to stall a turn of Trick Room. Because Tornadus isn't going to get anything off unless it's Rain Dance. I don't really want to Rain Dance. What's my fear here? That Regice is like Water Tera Blast is my biggest fear. We are seeing a Tera. It is the Regice. It's Water Tera Blast, isn't it? No! Of course. I think they can do enough damage. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get through this with just Incin. Smeargle down. I can no longer swap Incin. The next Tera Blast takes us out. +1 knockoff is going to do so much damage. But we're going to be just shy of winning this game. Because Thunderclap into my Tornadus will pin that forever after Trick Room ends. Right now you can just click Thunderbolt. 2 whole turns of Trick Room left. If you click Tera Blast into Incin, I'm cooked. If you don't and I can get rid of Raging Bolt, there's a shot. But, like, let's be real. This is over. It's Water Tera Blast Regice. If I'm going to lose to something, it should be Regice. That's awesome. Yeah, this Incineroar, you're not taking that. And there's a disconnection. Is that on my end? Yeah, my internet went out. Okay. Well, I lost anyway. Sorry to my opponent. I didn't rage quit. That wasn't my fault. But good game. You got the win. You'll get the points on the ladder because it was on my end, which is good. That's awesome, Regice. Okay, we're back with a rematch. Let's go. Okay. Oh boy. Trick Room is the real problem here. I was saying I could maybe get away with doing the exact same thing if I had Sinistcha and saved Tera for Sinistcha. Saving Tera for Sinistcha seems pretty good. It was Ninetales lead with Farigiraf. Do I want to do Annihilate again? I think maybe I can get away with Smeargle Ape. I might want more offense. What if it's Smeargle Urshifu? With Sinistcha in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Still a good trainer card. Hopefully this team can be redeemed against Regice. Same lead. Not the same lead from my end. I'm gonna click no retreat. I think I'm gonna click detect with Urshifu is what I want to do. Because you probably want to get up Aurora Veil, you probably want to get up Trick Room. If I can just let you get up Trick Room so I don't have to be threatened by Moonblast. Okay, it is just Aurora Veil. I could have attacked seemingly for free unless it's Psychic into Urshifu here. But if you did Trick Room, then my Urshifu being able to move first would be pretty nice. Psychic into Urshifu, that is fine. Okay. I could pivot Urshifu to Incin. And Baton Pass back to Urshifu. I don't hate that. Boosted Urshifu seems pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Because passing the boost to anything else will just get canceled by the Aurora Veil, basically. And Urshifu next to Water-type Sinistcha seems like it could be pretty good here. I guess I would fear Raging Bolt a little bit in that case, so maybe I'll hold off deciding who to Tera. Ah, Gleam, didn't expect that. Okay. And Hyper Voice. Lots of damage done to Urshifu. I think maybe it's time to go Tera Fire. We know it's Mental Herb for Farigiraf. Tera Fire Surging Strikes for Farigiraf. Plus you turn into the Farigiraf. Ninetales actually swaps. Is this Ogerpon? It is. Alright. My Surging Strike's the right target. Awesome. This Tera Fire was so that Ninetales couldn't KO me because I was ignoring the Ninetales. So it's a little rough that I'm doing this now, but I think overall it's still pretty good. Also, if we just take out Farigiraf with the strikes, thought it might be a roll, but that looks like less defensive than the last Farigiraf we hit with +1 strikes. Now I get the U-turn into Ogerpon, which is awesome. So that means I get... Oh, that's not very much damage, actually. But through Veil, yeah, that's not going to do very much. Understandable. But that means I get into Sinistcha for free, basically. I could also Protect Life Dew. I could get back into Incineroar for a Fake Out now that Farigiraf is gone. That seems pretty good. There's Regice. Snow and Veil is expiring eventually. So yeah, how about a Detect? Bring in Incineroar. Because then I can threaten the Fake Out, but actually go back to Sinistcha if I wanted to. And we're going to see the Tera. It's definitely Water Regice. Yeah, no question about that. If you don't lock double water moves into me, you probably click Blizzard and Cudgel into Urshifu. Yeah, there's Cudgel into Urshifu, as expected. And Blizzard, perfect. And no freeze, perfect. Alright, so I can Fake Out Ogerpon. What do I do with that once I do? I think it's better to Surging Strikes for some damage on Regice and Fake Out the Ogerpon. Yeah, okay, they let me Fake Out the Ogerpon, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good damage into Regice, actually. Since we're ignoring Veil, they no longer have the Snow Boost because they dropped their typing. Yeah, very nice. Ogerpon flinch. Blizzard does a ton of damage, honestly. But the Snow is done, which is huge. And Veil is gone, which is also huge. Alright, I'm going to Detect Urshifu and just... Maybe it's risky, but I'm bringing in Sinistcha. We could get deleted by Blizzard, sure. But healing up this Urshifu is important. I guess I could just click Surging Strikes again. There's a chance they click Follow Me now. There's a lot of plays I could make here. +1 close combat will do a ton to Ogerpon, for example. They Cudgel the Incin, okay. And they're just clicking Blizzard. Sinistcha, dodge it! Dodge it! Sinistcha knew that actually getting hit was the right play. Because now I just get to go right back into Incineroar and delete Regice. And we know Ninetales is who they have in the back. Sure. Surging Strikes the Regice. Fake out the Ogerpon. Ogerpon swaps, that's cool. Get all those Intimidates off of it, makes sense. And then if we delete Regice here, I guess it becomes a little awkward. No, it doesn't, does it? Because I can definitely close combat into Ogerpon. Which I think is enough from where it's at, right? I think so. I think so. I think close combat takes it. Close combat the Ogre Pond. Flare Blitz the Ninetales. I think that does it, because Ninetales shouldn't be able to take out Urshifu, even when we drop our defense down to normal. Got it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Redemption. And it's Blizzard for freezes, yeah, but Flare Blitz will immediately thaw me if I get frozen on Incin. And it does it. Perfect. So yeah, even a freeze there wouldn't have stopped that. Nine HP remaining. Oh, good game. Regice is so cool. Pun intended. Thank you for having a cool trainer card. Alright, we're back. I didn't end up getting the best of 3 versus the Regice team, unfortunately, but thank you to all of my opponents for some great matches. Smeargle, you did great. Thank you very much to John Luke VGC for giving me the idea for this team, and thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.